Hi, I'm Sean. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm chatting about the astrology for November. Please scroll down for your sun, moon and rising sign. November rolls in like a smoky velvet curtain, mysterious and full of cosmic plot twists. With Scorpio leading the charge, this month asks us to step into our power, but don't get too comfortable in the depths, because fiery Sagittarius energy is waiting in the wings, ready to launch us into bold new adventures. Expect a mix of intense change, retrograde energy and sensuality, thanks to a Taurus full moon, a Scorpio new moon, and Mercury stirring up some mischief. Mars shifts gears, Venus dives deep, and Jupiter and Uranus keep the surprises coming. This is a month for alchemy, where the energies dare you to take new paths. For most of November, the Sun in Scorpio asks us to explore our emotional depths, face our fears, and embrace radical honesty. It is a time for shadow work, intimacy, and regeneration. Shed old skins and emerge more powerful. A tip: journal your emotional truths. What are you ready to release? What are you fiercely loyal to? Keep it honest and private. Clarity arrives when you name what you carry. Next, on the 6th of November, we have Venus in Scorpio, which turns up the heat in relationships and finances, passion, depth, and magnetic attraction. Strategic investments thrive, especially those tied to transformation or healing. A good tip here is to avoid power games in love. Choose vulnerability over control. Reveal, don't withhold. True intimacy is fearless honesty. On the 4th of November, we have Mars going into Sagittarius, the cosmic adventurer. I think you can expect a big dose of optimism and looking at new horizons. This is an excellent time for starting projects, travel, or diving into philosophical studies. A good tip here is to try to channel your energy into something that expands your worldview. Aim far. Momentum favors a meaningful quest. We have a sensual full moon in Taurus on the 5th. This earthy full moon stabilizes Scorpio intensity. Slow down, nurture your body, savor simple pleasures. The tip here is to try to release scarcity and welcome abundance with lots of gratitude. A ritual idea could be to create a gratitude altar with flowers, crystals, and a list of what you are thankful for. Just an idea, but do something to sow seeds. Let beauty ground intention. Feel abundance in your senses. Now for the difficult stuff, we have Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius on the 9th for 20 days. You are being asked to revisit philosophies, rethink travel, and review communications carefully. Check your messages for silly mistakes, back up files, and don't sign contracts unless you must. A Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius can be very wild energy, so extra care should be taken. This time is not ideal for launches, perfect for editing, reflecting, and reconnecting with mentors. The traditional tip given here is to back up tech and double-check travel details. Miscommunications may be philosophical, not personal this time round. Clarify definitions. Shared meaning resolves most snags. Then we have two outer planets retrograde this month. Both Jupiter and Uranus going backwards favor inner growth and sudden awakenings. Jupiter in Gemini reassesses learning paths. Uranus in Taurus shifts values or finances. A cool tip: stay open to intuitive downloads. The breakthroughs may come in silence. Make space. Insight lands when the mind softens. The month finishes off with a new moon in Scorpio on the 20th. A portal for emotional renewal and psychic insight. I suggest set intentions around transformation. Scorpio new moons excel at release, rebirth, and reclaiming personal power. Name what ends, bless what begins, and vow to move with courage and truth. Let's go on and look at each sign. November activates some powerful zones in your chart, Aries. With the Sun, Venus, and the new moon in Scorpio, your 8th house of transformation, intimacy, and shared resources is lit up, inviting you to dive deep into emotional healing, financial strategy, and soul-level connections. The full moon in Taurus highlights your 2nd house, bringing clarity around personal values and money, perfect for releasing scarcity and embracing abundance. Mars enters Sagittarius, energizing your 9th house of travel, learning, and belief systems. Get ready for bold moves, new philosophies, and maybe even a spontaneous trip. Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius also activates this house, so double-check travel plans and revisit old teachings. With Jupiter and Uranus retrograde, your inner world is expanding in subtle ways. Trust the process and stay open to unexpected insights. November is your month to transform, learn, and leap forward with courage. November shines a spotlight on your 7th house of partnerships. Taurus, with the Sun, Venus, and new moon in Scorpio activating themes of emotional depth, intimacy, and transformation in your closest relationships. This is a powerful time to renew commitments, heal old wounds, or attract someone with real soul connection potential. The full moon in Taurus on the 5th lights up your 1st house, bringing personal clarity, confidence, and a chance to release outdated self-images. It's your cosmic reset moment. Mars in Sagittarius energizes your 8th house, pushing you to take bold steps in shared finances, emotional healing, or even taboo topics. With Mercury retrograde also in Sagittarius, take time to reflect before making big financial or emotional decisions. Jupiter and Uranus retrograde in your sign and your money zone, 2nd house, continue to stir inner growth and unexpected shifts in values. Trust the changes. They're aligning you with a more authentic version of yourself. November brings a mix of introspection and relational growth for you, Gemini. With the Sun, Venus, and new moon in Scorpio, your 6th house of health, work, and daily routines is activated. Perfect for refining habits, deepening your commitment to wellness, and transforming your workflow. The full moon in Taurus lights up your 12th house, offering a moment of spiritual release, rest, and emotional closure. Let go of what drains you and reconnect with your inner peace. Mars enters Sagittarius, energizing your 7th house of partnerships. Expect dynamic interactions, passionate debates, and maybe a bold new connection. But with Mercury retrograde also in Sagittarius, take time to reflect before making big relationship decisions. Jupiter retrograde in your sign continues to expand your self-awareness, while Uranus retrograde in Taurus stirs up subconscious breakthroughs. November is your chance to balance action with reflection and align your outer life with inner truth. November invites you into a month of creative expression and emotional connection, Cancer. With the Sun, Venus, and new moon in Scorpio, your 5th house of romance, creativity, and joy is activated, making this a beautiful time to fall in love with someone or something. Start a passion project or reconnect with your inner child. The full moon in Taurus lights up your 11th house, bringing clarity around friendships, community, and long-term dreams. You may release outdated social ties or recommit to a vision that truly inspires you. Mars enters Sagittarius, energizing your 6th house of work and wellness. Perfect for tackling tasks, revamping routines, and boosting your physical vitality. With Mercury retrograde also in this house, take care with scheduling and communication at work. Jupiter and Uranus retrograde continue to stir up shifts in your social circles and aspirations. Trust your instincts and let joy lead the way this month. November invites you to nurture your inner world, Leo. With the Sun, Venus, and new moon in Scorpio, your 4th house of home, family, and emotional foundations is activated, making this a powerful time for healing ancestral patterns, beautifying your space, or deepening emotional bonds with loved ones. The full moon in Taurus lights up your 10th house, bringing clarity and release around career goals or public roles. You may feel called to shift your professional path or celebrate a milestone. Mars enters Sagittarius, energizing your 5th house of creativity, romance, and joy. Perfect for launching a passion project, embracing playful energy, or reigniting romantic sparks. With Mercury retrograde also in this house, take time to reflect before making bold declarations or creative commitments. Jupiter and Uranus retrograde continue to stir up shifts in your career and public image. Trust the evolution. November is your chance to balance inner healing with outer expression. November lights up your 3rd house of communication, learning, and local connections, Virgo, with the Sun, Venus, and new moon in Scorpio, encouraging deep conversations, emotional honesty, and transformative ideas. This is a great time to write, teach, or reconnect with siblings and neighbors in meaningful ways. The full moon in Taurus activates your ninth house, bringing clarity around travel, education, or spiritual beliefs. Perfect for releasing outdated philosophies and embracing new wisdom. Mars enters Sagittarius, energizing your fourth house of home and family, which could stir up renovations, relocations, or passionate family dynamics. With Mercury retrograde also in this house, take time to reflect before making major domestic decisions. Jupiter and Uranus retrograde continue to shift your worldview and long-term goals. Trust the inner expansion. November is your month to speak your truth, nurture your roots, and stay open to new perspectives. November brings a powerful focus on your second house of money, values, and self-worth, Libra, with the Sun, Venus, and new moon in Scorpio, helping you transform your financial mindset and reconnect with what truly matters. Venus here can attract new income opportunities or deepen your appreciation for what you already have. The full moon in Taurus activates your eighth house, bringing emotional clarity around shared resources, debts, or intimacy. Perfect for releasing financial entanglements or deep emotional baggage. Mars enters Sagittarius, energizing your third house of communication, learning, and local connections. Expect a surge in ideas, conversations, and short trips. With Mercury retrograde also in this house, be mindful of miscommunications and tech glitches, but embrace the chance to revisit old writing or reconnect with siblings. Jupiter and Uranus retrograde continue to stir up inner transformation and shifts in your values. November is your month to align your resources with your soul's truth. Happy birthday. November is your cosmic spotlight, Scorpio. With the Sun, Venus, and new moon all in your sign, your first house of identity, vitality, and self-expression is ablaze. This is your time to reclaim your power, refresh your image, and set bold intentions for the year ahead. Venus adds charm and magnetism, making you especially attractive and persuasive. The full moon in Taurus activates your seventh house of relationships, bringing emotional clarity and potential breakthroughs in partnerships, whether romantic, professional, or platonic. Mars enters Sagittarius, energizing your second house of money and values, giving you the drive to pursue financial goals and assert your worth. With Mercury retrograde also in this house, take time to review budgets, contracts, and spending habits before making big moves. Jupiter and Uranus retrograde continue to stir up shifts in your relationships and self-worth. November is your month to shine, transform, and lead with authenticity. November begins with a deep dive into your subconscious, Sagittarius, as the Sun, Venus, and new moon in Scorpio activate your 12th house of rest, reflection, and spiritual healing. This is your time to recharge, release emotional baggage, and reconnect with your inner wisdom. The full moon in Taurus lights up your 6th house, bringing clarity around health, work routines, and daily responsibilities. Perfect for letting go of habits that no longer serve you. Then, on the 4th, Mars enters your sign, igniting your 1st house with energy, confidence, and drive. You're ready to take bold action and lead with passion. With Mercury retrograde also in Sagittarius, take time to refine your ideas and avoid rushing into decisions. Your words carry weight this month. Jupiter and Uranus retrograde continue to stir up inner transformation and unexpected shifts in your work-life balance. November is your launch pad. Just make sure your soul is aligned with your goals. November encourages you to connect, collaborate, and recalibrate, Capricorn. With the Sun, Venus, and new moon in Scorpio, your 11th house of friendships, networks, and long-term goals is activated, making this a powerful time to align with like-minded people, refine your vision, and attract support for your dreams. Venus here can bring magnetic social opportunities or deepen bonds within your community. The full moon in Taurus lights up your 5th house, offering emotional clarity around creativity, romance, or children, perfect for releasing blocks to joy and self-expression. Mars enters Sagittarius, energizing your 12th house of rest and intuition. So while your drive may feel more internal, it's a great time to strategize behind the scenes. With Mercury retrograde also in this house, pay attention to dreams, gut feelings, and spiritual insights. Jupiter and Uranus retrograde continue to reshape your creative and romantic life. November is your month to dream big, plan wisely, and trust your inner compass. November puts your ambitions in focus, Aquarius. With the Sun, Venus, and new moon in Scorpio, your 10th house of career, reputation, and life direction is activated, making this a powerful time to redefine your goals, step into leadership, or attract recognition for your work. Venus here can bring charm to professional interactions and help you align with more meaningful success. The full moon in Taurus lights up your 4th house, offering emotional clarity around home, family, or your inner foundation, perfect for releasing domestic stress and creating a more nurturing space. Mars enters Sagittarius, energizing your 11th house of community and future vision. Expect a surge in social activity, group projects, or activism. With Mercury retrograde also in this house, revisit old friendships or refine your long-term plans. Jupiter and Uranus retrograde continue to stir up shifts in your home life and personal values. November is your month to align your outer goals with inner truth. November opens up your world, Pisces, with the Sun, Venus, and new moon in Scorpio activating your 9th house of travel, higher learning, and spiritual growth. This is a beautiful time to explore new philosophies, dive into studies, or plan a transformative journey, whether physical or metaphysical. Venus here can attract inspiring mentors or deepen your love for wisdom and culture. The full moon in Taurus lights up your 3rd house, bringing emotional clarity around communication, siblings, or your immediate environment, perfect for releasing mental clutter and speaking your truth. Mars enters Sagittarius, energizing your 10th house of career and public life, giving you the drive to pursue bold goals and take leadership. With Mercury retrograde also in this house, reflect before making major career moves or announcements. Jupiter and Uranus retrograde continue to stir up shifts in your mindset and communication style. November is your month to expand your vision and align your voice with your purpose.